This is vile, anti-Semitic, racist neo-Nazis being amplified by the world's richest human on the platform that he bought, but not apparently worthy of the people trying to, you know, deplatform a lot of other individuals for their criticism of the state of Israel, which is often conflated with anti-Semitism and anti-Semites. Meanwhile, these people are being amplified by the world's richest human, who is now having a government-affiliated position in the upcoming Trump administration. I'm sure everyone here knows that Elon Musk has taken over Twitter and changed Twitter in his own vision. Basically, he's unbanned all of the worst people. He's allowed Nazis to run free. He's banned words that protect protected groups. You know, he says that apparently cis is a slur and colonizer is a slur. But all of the other horrifying slurs you want to do towards marginalized groups, go nuts. It's free reign. The Nazis own the platform. They win. Now, post-election, once everyone realized that Elon Musk was full of shit and that he was actually doing the opposite of what he said he was going to do, he doesn't really care about free speech. He cares about amplifying certain kinds of speech. He wants to make the speech of bigots the loudest and most powerful, and he often interacts with straight-up anti-Semitic, racist, transphobic, and homophobic accounts on a regular basis, spreading anti-Semitic, racist, transphobic, and homophobic conspiracy theories on the platform. So, yeah, the guy, if you don't want to say is a Nazi, is certainly Nazi-adjacent. There's also a bunch of really big blue checkmark accounts on the platform that have been amplified and are also consistently spreading, you know, vile racism towards black people, vile racism towards indigenous people, vile racism towards Jewish people, you know, homophobia, transphobia, all of the worst things, ableism, you name it. It's going to be pushed by these accounts who spread, again, a lot of conspiracy theories, and then they get amplified on the Everything app. Well, there's finally been an investigation into who is behind these anonymous accounts. The results may shock you. Some of them no, but one of them, holy fuck. And yeah, they have been, let's just say, unmasked, thanks to the reporting by Stephen Monticelli and Tristan Lee. Under owner Elon Musk, the social media site X, formerly known as Twitter, has been a hotbed of white supremacist and neo-Nazi content. A recent headline in The Atlantic doesn't mince words. X is a white supremacist site. Musk has allowed formerly banned far-right and neo-Nazi accounts back on the platform, and in some instances, he's directly responded to accounts that traffic in white supremacist and neo-Nazi rhetoric. Meanwhile, anonymous accounts that regularly promote racial hate on the platform have seen their follower counts grow substantially, as Musk has taken a more hands-off approach to moderation compared to social media networks' prior owners. Anonymity has long been a tactic used by extremists to spread their ideology while avoiding consequences, from Klansmen's hoods to online pseudonyms. With such ideas spreading rapidly on X, the Texas Observer has identified the operators of 4 anonymous accounts that regularly share racist, anti-Semitic, and neo-Nazi content on the platform. 3 of the operators appear to live or have claimed to own property in Texas, where X moderation operations are based and Musk resides. Through reviewing posts on X, web archives, leaked databases, and other social media profiles, the Observer identified the following individuals as anonymous operators of neo-Nazi X accounts, which have a collective 500,000 followers at their peak. Cian Cruz, a 40-year-old marketing professional who appears to have lived in Austin and Amarillo and operates the X account The Official 1984. Michael Gramer, a 42-year-old retired mechanical engineer who lives in New Hampshire, operates an X account known as the 9mm SMG and is claimed to have a house in Galveston and is spending time in Dallas. Robert Bobby Thorne, a 35-year-old vice president at JP Morgan Chase, I kid you not, who operates the account Noble 1945 and previously operated the account Noble XX, and Johnny Anthony Provenzano, a 30-year-old who appears to live in Virginia, operates the account Utism, formerly known as Johnny Bullseye, and according to a tip and a records request response from the U.S. Navy, works at Naval Surface Warfare Center in India Head, Maryland, where the Navy manufactures explosive ordnances. These individuals are part of a broader ecosystem of far-right accounts that have rapidly expanded their reach in recent months. They are amongst the most popular white nationalist and neo-Nazi accounts on X, whose operators have not been publicly identified. While this article was in production, the Anti-Defamation League also identified Cruz as the operator of The Official 1984. Their rise to prominence tracks with a dramatic increase in the moderation of hateful content on the platform, which dropped from 1 million moderated accounts in 2021 to only 2,361 accounts in the most recent 2024 X Transparency report. Posts from these individuals have received received tens of millions of views over the last year and a half. The accounts have also attracted the attention of major public figures. 2 of the accounts have received replies from the X account of Elon Musk, who said he writes all of his own X posts and who, as Mother Jones reported, has amplified users who promote pseudoscientific arguments like those of European descent are biologically superior. 3 of the accounts that follow in the city congressman, as well as other right-wing media figures and outlets, follow at least 1 or more of those 4 accounts. So here's the growth between May 2023, November 2024, the follower count of all of these neo-Nazi accounts, especially look at 9mm SMG just around July 2024, but bam, just like that. Same thing with the official 1984 around July 2024, but bam, just skyrocketing to the moon, as he likes to say. All 4 accounts follow the other 3, and all 4 have interacted with at least 2 of the other 3 in posts, replies, and spaces on X. The host of a June 2024 X Space, an online voice room on the X platform, focused on the Jewish Question 101, JQ being an abbreviation used by the anti-Semitic extremists for the Jewish question, tagged all 4 accounts in a post promoting the gathering, in which 3 of the 4 accounts participated. Nearly 17,000 listeners tuned into the conversation. On July 9th, Musk posted 2 replies to Cruz's account, the official 1984, which Cruz has used to post pro-Hitler, Holocaust denial, and other anti-Semitic content. Musk posts were in response to the official 1984's call to reinstate a prominent neo-Nazi account, Lucas Gage, who has been banned for 6 months. In the replies, Musk explained that Gage had been temporarily banned for repeated and clear calls to violence and identified one of Gage's many anti-Semitic posts as the specific reason. While Gage cannot currently post, his virulent anti-Semitic posts from prior to the ban remain visible on X, with many having access and having hundreds of thousands of views. On July 23rd, Musk replied to Gramer's account 9mm SMG, which Gramer used to make posts referring to neo-Nazi tropes such as the 14 words, blood and soil, and identifying himself as a white nationalist. Musk's reply was a laughing emoji in response to a post about a community note and features that allow users to add context under a post if enough users vote on it, and describe Vice President Kamala Harris as a former TV host Montel Williams' main hoe, which 9mm SMG described as the greatest community note of all time. Musk's engagement with these accounts fit a pattern of mogul amplifying far-right views on X, including promoting Tucker Carlson's interview with a Nazi apologist in a since-deleted post, explicitly agreeing with anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, for which he later apologized. Musk's attention to the official 1984 and 9mm SMG may also be due to the fact that they boast sizable follower accounts and verified blue checks, which can be seen by acquiring the monthly fee for X or Premium, etc. Which, by the way, with all this shit, this is vile, anti-Semitic, racist neo-Nazis being amplified by the world's richest human on the platform that he bought. And this is not what's talked about when a lot of people are basically accusing other people being anti-Semites, especially, you know, Hassan Piker being labeled as one of, Stop Anti-Semitism's most anti-Semitic accounts of the year, or #1 anti-Semite of the year, whereas these are the people you should be focusing on, people who are actual neo-Nazis spreading, vile anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, pro-Hitler accounts, Holocaust denial accounts, hosting 17,000 viewer Twitter spaces about the quote Jewish question, all of that, like, again, vile, reprehensible shit, but not apparently worthy of the people trying to deplatform a lot of other individuals for their criticism of the state of Israel, which is often conflated with anti-Semitism and anti-Semites. Meanwhile, these people are being amplified by the world's richest human, who is now having a government-affiliated position in the upcoming Trump administration. X did not respond to a request for comment. These accounts have drawn the attention of conservative commentators, activists, and even elected officials. The X account belonging to Republican U.S. Representative Thomas Massie of Kentucky follows 3 of the 4 neo-Nazi accounts, while the account belonging to the GOP Arizona State Senator Wendy Rogers follows 2. The accounts belonging to Sebastian Gorka, former and future Deputy Assistant to Donald Trump, and Chuck DeVore, executive at the Texas Public Policy Foundation, both follow the account 9mm SMG. This goes into a lot more detail about, obviously, a lot of their vile anti-Semitism, a lot of the horrifying things that they spread, a lot of their targeted racism, a lot of their calls to violence, distinctive tattoos, white nationalist symbols. And yeah, it's really scary that not only are these accounts, for a very long time up until this point operating in secrecy, but getting amplified and or shared by a lot of politicians, by, again, the world's richest human, who is going to be interacting directly with Donald Trump. People who are actually going to have structural power And these are, again, horrifying anti-Semitic accounts that are directly interacting with a lot of these individuals or being amplified by these individuals. It's really scary stuff. These are fucking real living Nazis, some of whom are also in very high positions of power when it comes to the vice president of JP Morgan Chase. That's the one where I was like, wait, what? So this is going to get more news, right? There's going to be more people talking about this. That seems pretty huge. An email address linked to the fake Bobby Thorne username in the Twitter data breach appears in the other data breaches where it's associated with the street address and IP address of Salt Lake City, Utah. 3 private data aggregator sites tied the email addresses to LinkedIn profile of a Bobby Thorne, listed as a vice president at JP Morgan Chase in the Dallas suburb of Plano. The same employment information appears for Robert Thorne in a database maintained by the private regulatory entity FINRA. And according to LinkedIn page, Thorne attended the University of Utah, Salt Lake City from 2010 to 2011 and previously worked at Goldman Sachs between 2015 and 2022. A lot of these people are deeply entrenched within some of the richest investment firms in the world, and the same investment firms that dictate a lot of, where exactly is vast sums of money being poured into. Sometimes it can be in the oil and gas sector. Sometimes it can be in other forms of energy. Sometimes it can be in alcohol, tobacco, firearms, etc. But they may also be full-blown neo-Nazis, unfortunately. It's to be reported.
Hey, if you'd like to unlock secret bonus episodes as well as uncensored content, go to patreon.com/The Serfs. This show is produced by Anna Loves Riley, Arian McCarthy, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Egbard Celine, Jimmy Sombrero, Multimondi, Omni, Political Puppy, Preston Kroll, Quiet 185, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demel, Travis McClinton, Trincel, Words Greenwood, with additional support coming from all of these amazing human beings right here.